Hi everyone, let me start for today's session. Good morning and good evening to everyone. Can you hear my voice properly?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, myself Kishore, I will be the training. Okay, I will be the trainer for this particular Salesforce development online training program. Before start this particular development course, what will be the prerequisite to learn this course? Okay, to learn this particular Salesforce development, the prerequisite is Salesforce administration. Without admin, you will not eligible to this course. What we will offer from the SV TechSoft, from this training program, we will provide complete training in real time. Real time means you can do the work or project implementation by your own. Okay, so many people doesn't have any background of the development, but they got job as a Salesforce, okay, Salesforce and developer. Okay, we will provide complete training with more real-time example. Okay, whenever requirement come, okay, how you will develop by your own, how you will think, how you will provide solution by your own. We will provide complete training in real time. Another thing is we will provide complete training from base level to advanced level. Some people they doesn't know about any development. What is Apex? They don't know. What is mean of object-oriented program? Okay, so many people doesn't know about what is Apex class also. No need to worry. We will provide complete training from the scratch to advanced level. Another thing is after completion of this particular course, okay, you can write complete Apex logic by your own without anyone help. And also we will help you, okay, to completion of your Salesforce PD1 certification, as well as we will help you exam preparation if you need. See, the completion of this complete course, it will take 50 to 60 hours. Okay, daily have 1.5 hour session. The course completion, it may take 40 hours. Okay. Before going to this particular Salesforce development course, I will give some idea about Salesforce. You already have good some idea about already Salesforce, but here I want to give some idea. Okay, what is Salesforce? What is Salesforce? Salesforce is not a software, it's not a hardware, it's simple technology. Okay, the Salesforce. Okay, actually, if you have to work on Salesforce, okay, make sure we have an internet. Without internet, we cannot do that. Why? Because the Salesforce is a cloud computing. Okay, the Salesforce is similar to and Gmail. They will provide one, okay, some login URL, username, and password. We have to be login, then we have to be develop the particular project. Okay, without internet, you cannot do anything. Okay, the Salesforce is also most popular in the market. Why? Because the Salesforce is a cloud computing. We can develop complete end-to-end project using cloud. Cloud means here over through the internet. Okay, no need to take any installation, no need to take any particular maintaining the system configuration. If you have the proper system with valid internet and browser, that's enough. You can start build your project in Salesforce. Okay, then actually we will discuss about Salesforce releases. What is releases? Releases means upgradation, latest features. The Salesforce is in cloud. The Salesforce is also giving flexibility to develop project by the companies, right? For example, each and every software, whenever they will release new feature, latest upgradation, then only have value in the market. See, the Salesforce is also one of the most trending cloud. Okay, the Salesforce is also giving new future, new enhancements to the market. How they will provide into the market means the Salesforce introduced new release into the market based on season. Like we have winter, spring, summer, right? For each and every release, the Salesforce introduced new features, new enhancement into the market. Okay, based on the season means yearly 3 times they introduce the new releases. Okay, whenever they release any future, those particular new release, it won't impact on your existing functionality. Existing functionality means so many projects is already developed, already implemented. Whenever new feature will become, it won't crash on your existing project functionality. Okay, everything will be taken care by Salesforce. Then addition means if you have to be start working on your Salesforce, okay, make sure you have one of the environment Salesforce edition. Without edition, you cannot develop your particular project. Okay, because many companies, any client want to do any particular project on Salesforce, make sure they have to be maintaining an edition. Without edition, they cannot do the particular project. For our free practice or anything, the say okay, so we have to be create the developer edition. But in companies, make sure they have to be purchase one of the one of the edition from the Salesforce. What type of edition are available in Salesforce means the Salesforce provide different type of edition. What are those means? Essential edition, professional edition, enterprise, unlimited, and developer edition. Most of clients or companies are go with the either enterprise edition or unlimited edition. These two have some differentiation will be there. We will discuss in our regular session. Just for a demo session, I will give what are editions are available. Okay, most of companies are go with the unlimited edition. The cost just the matter of $250. Okay, developer edition. Okay, for our practice purpose, are we create any edition? Are the Salesforce provide any free edition? Yes, absolutely. The Salesforce provide one free edition for our complete practice with the all features. What is the edition means? Developer edition. Okay. How to create an account in a particular Salesforce edition means, okay, to create any Salesforce developer edition, make sure you have to be go to the so to visit URL developer.force.com or you have to be go to developer.salesforce.com. There you have to be click on sign up button. You have to be enter all your details. Okay. Then one developer edition will get created. Then you can start your development. Clear this slide? Just I given a overview of Salesforce, what type of editions are available in Salesforce. Okay. Before going to the Salesforce, I will give some overview of the Salesforce environment. Not only Salesforce, every technology, every project, they will maintaining two different environments to build their project. What are two different type of environments? Okay, the Salesforce strictly follows two different environments. What are those means? Production environment and sandbox environment. What is the difference between these two? Production is nothing but live environment. For example, whenever company get any project from the client, make sure they have to be developed within the sandbox environment. Once they have do the complete development within the sandbox environment, then only they can move the complete code from sandbox to production. If the company got project from the client, they cannot directly implement the whole product functionality within the production. Why? Because the production is the live environment, means real-time people start using the particular project. Whenever the people are using the project, if any developer will come and do any particular development, the complete functionality got stuck. In this case, the complete business will be collapsed. Correct or not? No one cannot use because of the same way the peoples are using, the same way developers are start doing development. Means the project got stuck. That is the reason every company will be maintaining two different environments. What are those means? One is production and sandbox. If the company will do any kind of development or testing, they have to be go with sandbox only. Once they have developed complete development, then only they can move code to production. Production is the live environment, means real-time people, means the client employees or start using the functionality. Once the company is developed, then move into production. Clear? Okay, what is the difference between sandbox and production? Means sandbox is a development and testing environment. Production is nothing but live environment. But coming into Salesforce, okay, to logging into production, make sure you have to be use the URL as login.salesforce.com. But coming into Sandbox, make sure you have to be use URL as test.salesforce.com because this is a testing environment. You have to be use the URL as test.salesforce.com. Clear? See here, okay, this is your sandbox, this is your production. Okay, once you have done your complete development and everything, then you have moved code from sandbox to production. To moving the process from your sandbox to production, we can call as deployment. Clear? Deployment is nothing but moving code from sandbox to production. Even not only move code from sandbox to production, they have to be maintaining some mediator sandbox. So many clients, they will not go with one single sandbox. Whenever they develop project, they will keep maintaining different type of sandbox. Okay, what type of what are different type of sandbox they were maintaining means they were maintaining dev, QA, UAT, SIT or prod. Prod is the production environment. For coming into sandbox, they have to be maintaining dev, QA, SIT or QA. Okay, based on the company requirement, they will create different sandbox. One sandbox they will keep for development, another sandbox the companies will be keep for testing. Once the testing and everything is perfect, then they will be move code from this testing sandbox to production. To moving this process, we can call as deployment. Okay, we have to be do deployment various ways in Salesforce. Okay, like I mentioned, you can move code from using chain set, or you can move code through ant tool, or you can do through some like some packaging, or you can do through Git, or you can do with some tools like some Workbench, like that. Different ways you can move your code from your sandbox to prod or sandbox to sandbox. To moving this code from sandbox to prod, we can call as deployment. Okay. See, sandbox, what is sandbox? As we mentioned in our previous slide, sandbox is not only for development testing. One more advantage is there. What is that means? We have to be keep maintaining the backup of your production data. The Salesforce complete data will be stored into the cloud only, right? The companies want to, the companies have a lot of confidential information. Everything, actually, whenever we use Salesforce, the complete information is also will be stored into cloud. Okay, based on some developer mismatch or anything, due to some internet connectivity, like some developer, if they delete complete data, they have to be replaced the same data into some another product, right? That is the reason every company, instead of doing development, they have to be maintaining the production data with the help of sandbox. Okay, in Salesforce, there will be 4 different type of sandbox will be there. Developer sandbox, developer proof sandbox, partial copy sandbox, then full sandbox. Each sandbox having different advantages with different licenses. Even the Salesforce is also doing business with the client, with the companies, with the customer, right? How the Salesforce charge money from the companies means the Salesforce charge money from the companies, by using edition and licenses. How many users have will be there in the particular org? Okay, each license have different cost. For that license, the Salesforce charge money. Other than license, the Salesforce charge money based on storage. How much storage using by the client? For that storage, the Salesforce charge money. Even these all are different type of sandbox. As I mentioned, we have to be maintain backup of the production data, right? Actually, whenever you want, you cannot take backup in your sandbox. Each sandbox have certain time interval. Within the time interval only, you can take backup of your production data. For example, if you are using full copy sandbox, if you can take backup of your production data today, after 29 days only, you can take your backup again, until unless you cannot take your backup. If you want backup for each week once, you have to be maintaining that many full sandboxes. Clear or not? For example, okay, so if you want to take backup on weekly basis, you have to be maintaining 4 different full sandbox. For like in each and every week once, you have to be click like actually you have to be keep creating the sandbox, full sandbox 1, full sandbox 2, full sandbox 3, full sandbox 4, like that. Is it clear? These will be different type of sandbox. I will show you in detail in our regular classes. I will show you how to create sandbox. Okay, what are the advantages will be there for each sandbox? We will give you in detail. Now coming into in our so in our regular now some regular some development session. Okay, now our regular class will be Salesforce development. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. Now this training is go for Salesforce development. So far, I given a overview. What is Salesforce? How many some editions are will be there in Salesforce? How to create developer edition? What is the difference between sandbox and production? Then what are type of sandboxes will be there in Salesforce? As well as to move code from sandbox to production, we can call it as deployment. What are the deployment ways will be there in Salesforce? I moved so quickly because I need to cover a lot of things. Okay, I will give some time to clarify your question and answers at the end of the session. Okay. Now, before going to our Salesforce development, I will give some overview of the Salesforce architecture. You know, okay, I hope each and everyone is already well aware of it. What is, what type of architecture having Salesforce? Salesforce having type of architecture as MVC, means model view controller. What is mean of view? View come under user interface, means look and feel. For example, you are seeing the screen, this is completely UI, user interface. The Salesforce is also provide one user interface to see the complete data, whatever will be there. Whenever you develop something, you have to be due to the users, right? Okay, actually, how the users will feel with the UI. To build the complete UI comes under view, user interface. Okay, then here, first of all, then we can discuss first of all in M comes under model. Model is nothing but here database. What is database? Database, the main purpose of is to store data into database. Even okay, why the Salesforce as designed with the type of architecture means the Salesforce have inbuilt of user interface, the Salesforce as inbuilt of database, the Salesforce having inbuilt of controller, means business logic. Actually we are going for this development. Before going through development, everything in Salesforce we can build through point and click. Point and click means without writing any code, you can develop the whole project in Salesforce. But each and every client requirement we cannot achieve through this point and click. Make sure we have to do some kind of coding. Right or not? But each and every client requirement we cannot achieve through declarative. Declarative means point and click concept. Make sure we have to go through the coding. By the Salesforce as designed with MVC means I'm repeating again, the Salesforce having inbuilt of database, the Salesforce having inbuilt of user interface, the Salesforce having inbuilt of programming language. Okay, not only programming, they already give a lot of some automation tools and everything in controller. But each and every requirement we cannot achieve through the standard declarative. That is the reason we can go with customization. Coming into customization, development perspective. Okay, what we can, okay, if we can go with some customization, means coding part, some development part. Okay, what will become under view part? Okay, view part will become under either Visual Force Space and Lightning component. What is the difference between Visual Force Space and Lightning component? Means Visual Force Space will come under classic version. Lightning component will become under modern mobile view. Nowadays, each and every user companies are using their functionality through their tablet or mobile. Earlier, whenever we have built any page using classic by using Visual Force Space, the page will not compatible with your tablet and mobile device. So users are facing a lot of conflict. To overcome this problem, the Salesforce coming up with new modern UI, that is Lightning component. Lightning, through the Lightning, okay, the components is compatible to any device like mobile, tablet, desktop. Okay, it will be quick, faster compared to classic. Okay, we have to be learn Visual Force Space and Lightning in this our okay. See, in this particular development program. Okay, now coming into the model. Model is nothing but database. Okay, here model comes under S object. S object means Salesforce object. It comes under either standard object or custom object. Okay, through this model database, in comes under customization. Okay, actually we will learn more about on DML statement, SOQL, SOSL, and queries, and everything we can learn. Okay, coming into controller. Controller means business logic. Why we really need the business logic? To make the connectivity in between your user interface and your database. Make sure you need one connectivity, right? That particular connectivity we can develop using the controller. See, without controller, actually you cannot make any connectivity to your user interface and database. For example, let me give one example. Like everyone using Facebook, right? To log in into Facebook, we have to be use the URL of facebook.com, right? This is completely UI. For example, I'm simply log out. Okay. Whenever you log out, what happened? Yeah. Okay. Some username and password, right? Username and password. But this is completely my UI. Whenever you click on login, what happened? Based on the controller, okay? Based on the controller, sending data from your UI to database. This database is validated whether the credentials are there in the particular database or not. If there the database, the credentials are valid, then okay, actually it will give response through the controller with the help of controller only. Help of controller, okay, okay, so giving response. If the particular credentials are valid, then this particular page will be redirecting to some another screen. But giving request and taking response, doing with the help of controller. Without controller, you cannot do any transaction in between your user interface and your database. The controller will place the key in between your UI and database. Clear? Coming into the controller, what we have to be learn in Salesforce means we have to be learn the controller. Controller comes under Apex. We will see the standard controller and custom controller. Is it clear?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Coming into the next slide, just before going to further, I will give some overview. What is the okay? Actually, what is the difference between declarative and programmatic? What is mean of declarative? Declarative is nothing but point and click. The Salesforce provide each and every functionality through the point and click. No need to write any coding also. Whenever you learn any Salesforce administration, CRM, are you develop any coding? No. 80 to 90% of project implementation we can do through the point and click only. But each and every client requirement you cannot achieve through the declarative point and click. make sure you have to be go with coding. Okay. Okay. For this coding only, we have to be learn all these concepts. Clear? Now we already seen the Salesforce having MVC type of architecture. M come under model, shape come under controller, view comes under user interface, viewing of the particular data. See, okay, actually, if we can take model here, okay, okay, some declarative perspective. Do you have, okay, actually, you will see already standard object, custom object. To create any custom object, okay, what you have to be do, you have to be go to object, click on new, you have enter the require, okay, the necessary steps you will follow, then click and save. One particular object will be created. Everything you can achieve through the point and click. Now coming into the programmatically, you have to be learn as object, wrapper class, then actually you have to be learn DML statements, SOQL, sourcel, and everything you have to be learn. Programmatically means you have to be write some code. Now coming into controller means here business logic. Whenever you have enter any data through your UI, if you click on save button, automatically one record will get created, then send an email notification automatically, right? No need to write any code. Everything here to sending an email, to create any record, to send submit for approval. Okay, actually, if you want launch any flow, everything you can do through the automation tool. The Salesforce by default provides some of the automation tool, okay, to achieve the business logic. What type of automation tools are available in Salesforce means workflows and approvals, process builder, flows, lightning flows, and everything. But some of the requirement you may not achieve through this particular, okay, automation tool. Make sure you have to be go with coding. Okay, to go with coding, make sure you have to be learn the Apex classes, okay, as well as triggers. You know, Apex class is in a object oriented programming language. Means, okay, everything you have to be build complete logic in Salesforce, you can go with class only. It's very simple. Do not compare with any other technology. If you guys is already working in Salesforce, no need to worry. Salesforce Apex development is very easy. You have to be learn in right direction, then only it's very easy. If you not learn, then it's too difficult to understanding it. Once you have get experience on 6 months, then you are very much comfortable. Okay, you can develop write code by your own. Okay, then coming into view come under user interface. By default, coming into declarative, Salesforce by default provide lightning, okay, like some page load, lightning pages, record pages, and everything. Okay, we have to be see complete record data and everything through this either page load or lightning record pages. But some of client, they want some attractive, okay, some attractive, some record page. They want to see unrelated object data and everything. In this case, we cannot go with the standard page load or standard record page. Make sure you have to be go with your Visualforce page, lightning component, or you can create the lightning web component. These all are programmatic, these all are standard. Clear this one?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Now coming into what is Apex. Earlier we already seen. To build any controller business logic, make sure we have to be learn the controller, right? What is controller? Controller is nothing but to build the logic, and it will be work intermediate between your user interface and database. Okay, to build the controller logic, make sure you have to be learn Apex. Now this concept is what is Apex? Apex is a, okay, the Salesforce native programming language. You know, you have to be follow the standards based on the Salesforce Apex. You cannot write code by your own, correct or not? Because Apex is the Salesforce native programming language developed by Salesforce.com. Okay, another thing is Apex is strongly typed and object oriented programming language. What is mean of object-oriented programming language? Means each and every functionality you can build through classes only. Here, one class can interact to another class very easily. Okay, that is the reason the Salesforce is an object-oriented programming language. Another thing is the Salesforce Apex syntax is look like core Java. Do not think about complete core Java. It's very simple and very clean native programming language. Each and every requirement you can develop through this particular Apex only. Okay, the syntax, complete syntax in Apex, it look like Java only. Clear this one? Okay, by using this particular Apex programming language, we have to be build the complex business process, because when our requirement come by default, we have to be think whether we able to achieve the particular requirement through the standard behavior or not. Whenever you cannot achieve through the standard behavior, then only you can go with customization coding. Until unless, no need to go with this Apex. Okay, clear. By using this Apex, as I mentioned, you have to be build complex business logic. Okay, actually, okay, as well as actually you have to be send email, complex process. You can do that. Now here we will see coming into this particular development course. Okay, what we'll gonna cover in our next session. Okay, we will cover what is Apex class, how to create an Apex class, what is different type of. Okay, actually, what are some different data types will be there in Apex? What is database statement? Then we will see some example. Okay. Let me open the Notepad++. Okay. First of all, what is an Apex? Apex is Salesforce native programming language. Then second one is it's an object oriented programming language. What is mean of object oriented programming language? Anyone have any idea on that? Do you know we have already some programming language, right? C, C++, Java, .NET, then Apex similarly. What is C? C having, okay, what type of programming language? C having function oriented programming language. Means each and every functionality you can build through the functions. But coming into Apex, each and every project requirement we can build through the classes. Whenever you have built your project through the classes for the particular, okay, for the particular language, we can call as object-oriented programming language. Clear? Okay, actually, when we can call the specific language, we can call as object-oriented. Okay, object-oriented programming language means, okay, when we build classes, okay, when we can build logic using classes. For that programming language, we can call as object-oriented programming language. What are the features comes under object-oriented programming language means? It will be like, okay, some inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism. We will discuss later. Why? Because, okay, the main advantage with the object-oriented programming language means one class can interact with other classes very easily. For example, you have built your business logic into one class. If you want to get the whole logic into some another class, you can do the interaction very easily. Okay, that is the reason we can call the Apex is an object-oriented programming language. We will see later what are the object-oriented language features. This is the key before start in our development program. Okay, we will see later. Okay, as I mentioned here, this is your user interface. Here you have database. In between, you have to build connection. Make sure you have business logic. To build the business logic, you have to build complete logic into Apex, right? See, Apex is nothing but it's an object-oriented programming language. What is mean of object-oriented programming language? Okay. Okay. We build the complete logic. We built logic using classes. What is class? Do you have an idea what is class? Anyone have an idea what is class? Class is a
Group of objects.
Class is a blueprint. Okay, definition. Or we can call collection of variables and methods. Clear? We can call what we can call variables. We can call either variables or properties. Okay. We can call the methods. We can call either methods or we can call as functions. Okay. Class is a blueprint. Okay. Or you can tell class is a collection of variables and methods. Here, what is the syntax to create a class? Okay. To build any business logic in the particular Apex, make sure you have to be follow this syntax. First of all, you need access specifier. Then you have to be maintaining one keyword. What is the keyword? Class. What is mean of keyword? Keyword is nothing but reserved word. Every programming language, they already define some specific keyword. Those will be reserved word. You have to keep the name as it is. You cannot change. Okay. Access specifiers also some of the reserved word like public, private, protected, global. Those will be access specifiers. Class is one of the keyword. Here, class name. These are the user defined name. You can give any name. Any class, make sure it will be, okay, see actually opening and closing with curly braces. Opening and closing with curly braces. Within the curly braces only, you can define your variable or properties, or you can define your methods or function. Is it clear? What is class? Class is nothing but you can simply say class is nothing but it's a collection of or group of variables or methods, or you can tell variables or function, or you can tell properties or function like this, or you can tell a collection of some variables and function or properties or function, or you can say variables or methods like that. Okay, clear this one? What is class? Class is nothing but collection of variables and methods. Here, whenever you can build any logic using Apex, make sure you have to build your whole logic with either variable or methods. It's very simple, nothing. Okay, we have to be see how to declare variable, how to declare properties, how to define methods. Okay, as well as once we can define method, what are the return types are there? We can discuss in detail those things. Here, for example, what is an example? Example means here access specifier. Access specifier means we will discuss in later. For example, access specifier like that. Okay, just I'm giving some overview. We'll discuss in detail in our regular session. Access specifier is nothing but private, public, protected, global. What is mean of private? If you define your class as private means, okay, here outside of the classes cannot access this particular class. If you define as a private. Public means other classes also can access it. Okay, so within the Salesforce, other classes also can access it. Protected means that class, if they have any inheritance kind of thing, the immediate parent, okay, like I said, okay, some immediate child only can access it. The remaining classes doesn't have any access it. Okay. Then global. Global is nothing but whenever you have keep the class as a global inside Salesforce, outside Salesforce also. Because whenever you do any kind of integration, each and every class must define with global. Global is nothing but outside of the Salesforce also can access a particular functionality. Okay. Then class name you can define anything. Variables is nothing but properties or methods. For example, here I want to simply calculate two numbers. Simple programming language. How here you can how to define class public class. You have to be different class name. Class name is user defined. Class is the reserved word. Okay, access specifier is nothing but public. Public means other classes also can access this class. Here I will put name as add two numbers. Add two numbers. We will see in our regular session what are the specifications with class name. Because of you cannot give the class name by your own. There will be some standards. Make sure you have to be followed whenever you have give the class name. Okay, this is the way you can define the class. Is it clear? Do you have any doubts to create a class? Class syntax, access specifier, class name. This is what, as I mentioned, the Apex is nothing but development. Everything you can do with Apex only. Without Apex, there is no development. If you know this concept class variable method, you can do programming very easily, very quickly. One logic you can develop with multiple ways. We will see all the ways in our session. As I mentioned, right, our complete training will go from base level to advanced level. Sometimes you may feel very silly. Sometimes you face like that actually I will not able to understand like that. Because it's our responsibility to teach each and every concept. We will cover each and every module in detail. If you know this thing now, you can do anything. Because with this class only, you can build your complete business logic by using with the help of your variables and method. For example, I want to add two numbers. Adding two numbers, what you have to do? You have two numbers, number one and number two. Make sure you have to be define some variables, correct or not? Here my syntax. Variables. What is variable? What is variable? Can anyone tell what is variable? Can anyone tell? Are you guys able to hear me?
Something that is used to store a value.
Yes. Variable is nothing but store or assign something into the particular variable. Right? For example, here, actually, if you see here, the Facebook having username and password, right? These two values you need to be passed from your UI to controller, correct or not? How the controller knows about these two variables, right or not? This will be treated as one variable username, another variable treated as password. These two will be two, right? One variable as username, another variable is the password. Variable is nothing but to store or assign specific value. Okay. See, what is the syntax to define the particular variable? Variable is nothing but to store or assign any specified value. Not store, sorry. To store or assign any specified value. What is the syntax to create a variable? The syntax to create any specific variable, you have to be follow access specifier. Then you have to be follow data type. Then you have to be define variable name. At the time of declaration variable, you will assign or will not assign the specific value. If you want to assign specific value, or you have to be assigned value equal to value. Each and every variable must end with semicolon. Whenever you define class, the class will be opening and closing with curly braces. But if you take any variable, each variable must end with semicolon. Clear? Here, if we have add two number, make sure you have to use public. I already told you the access specifier. Public means other class also inside the or can access it. Public. What is the data type? You know, whenever you learn your Salesforce admin, you already seen the data type, right? What is data type? Data type is nothing but type of the particular value. Type of the particular value. By default, the Salesforce give different data types to us. Okay. If you know, actually, whenever you can go with any standard behavior, right? Just a minute. See here, whenever you have, okay, actually, whenever you create any custom field in Salesforce, by default, the Salesforce gives some data types, right? Without data type selection, you cannot create any field in Salesforce. What is mean data type? Data type, it denotes type of the particular field. For example, if there is any amount field, what type you need to be select? You need to be select data type as number, right? For example, actually, if you want to create any name, for example, some username or some employee name or any customer name, make sure you have to be select the, okay, you have to be select data type as text, means string. Similarly, actually, whenever you can come to programming, Apex programming language, Apex is also have specific different data types. Whenever you create the, okay, whenever you create any variable, okay, what data types will be provided by the Salesforce Apex means the Salesforce provide two different data types are there. What are those means? Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Primitive means here, okay, like some integer, double, string, date, date time, ID, boolean, all will become under primitive. Means such as some individual values, one values like that. Non-primitive is nothing but collection. Means group of values. For example, here, as we are logging with only one single employee, right? Once you give request, you may get response, right? For example, whenever you set, whenever you can book any particular flight, you are giving source and destination, right? From the source and destination, how many flights are running? All flights names are getting displayed, right or not? Means more than one flight information. You have to be stored the result into some collection. Means group. If you get only one single flight, you have to be stored into string like that, name. Primitive and non-primitive. Primitive is nothing but single, individual. Collection is nothing but group. Clear? For example, in our example, we are dealing with adding two numbers. To define any specific number, you have to be follow the syntax like that. For example, how it look like? Public integer number 1. You can define with 10 like that. This is what type integer. No need to put any single quote or anything. You can assign the specific value. Okay. If you see our coming into adding two number, you have to be defined two numbers. What is your two numbers? Number 1 and number 2. Now, if you have to build any calculations, logic, any some like in medicine, subtraction, if you want to do anything, you cannot do directly in your class. If you want to do any calculation, make sure you have to do within the method only. Okay. Method, or we can call as function. If you want to build any business logic or anything, you have to be do within your function only. Function is nothing but to build any business or complex logic. Make sure you have to be do within the method only. What is the syntax to define it? To define syntax, make sure you have to be define access specifier. Everywhere, the class, variable, method, you will see the access specifier. Then return type. Return type is nothing but it can be wide or primitive data type. Then you can define method name is user defined name. The method will be okay. See, open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. Okay, once it's done with you, the method is also open and closed with curly braces. Open and closed curly braces. Each method will be open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. The method will be have with parameter and without parameter. Parameter means okay. See, without parameters means no need to pass anything because you already define values on static. Okay, we will see. Now here I want to do build calculation. What is calculation here? What is calculation? I want to add one, okay, number one, number two. To add it, right? How to create your method? Public, then return type. What is return type? Return type can be either primitive or non-primitive type. Either actually you can put integer, double, string, ID, boolean. Non-primitive means collection, list of S object. We will see in detail. The primitive data type, it will take almost 2 to 3 hours session. Okay, just this is the demo. Okay. That is the reason I'm giving some like in high level overview. To create any return type, you have to be okay. For now, just you can put as return type. We will define return type later. Then you can define your method name. What is your method name? Add numbers function. Each and every method must and should to return or anything. Make sure you have to be use the keyword as return. See, whenever you add two numbers, integer and integer, what is your return type? Return type is also integer, right? Whenever you add number 20 plus 30, the result will be 30, right? 30 is also one of the return type of integer only. Make sure you have to be different return type as integer. Whenever come to return is one of the statement. Make sure you have to be used at the end of the method. Means whenever you call the particular method, it will return something return. You have to be add two number. What is your calculation? Number one plus means here. Okay. See, Adama symbol set. Okay. If you want to add anything, make sure you have to use additional okay, because medicine symbol. Then you have to be put number two. That's it. You're done with your logic. Whenever you can call this particular method, this method will give the result of 10 plus 20. How much? 20. Here, how to call method from the class. First, how to call this method. For example, okay, let me log in with Salesforce. I want to quickly show you. To log in into Salesforce, you have to be use login.salesforce.com. To create any Apex class in Salesforce, the Salesforce provide one tool to us. What is the tool means? Developer console. Developer console is our separate session. I will give in detail for our the quick demo. Sorry. I'm getting some reason. Someone is talking. Can you please tell every question? Okay. To create any Apex class, we okay for now. Okay, there will be some multiple ways to create Apex class. Just I'm giving one of the simplest ways. Okay, simplest way to create a particular class. Right here, I want to create any particular class. For now, just you can go to developer console. That to create any particular class, you have to be go to file, then new. You will see the list of development options, right? Okay, if you want to create any Apex class, you have to be click on it. If you want to create any trigger, Apex trigger, you have to be click on it. If you have to be build any user interface Visual Force page, you have to be click on Visual Force page, then you have to be created. Like lightning, static resource, and everything, lot of options. For now, we are dealing with Apex business logic only. If you want to create any new Apex class, you have to be click on Apex class. Here, the system will ask to enter the name. We already created one class name, right? Just I'm copying. Okay, I'm copying only class name only. I'm not entering the complete syntax. Click on OK. What happened? One class will get created with the name of the so with the name what we entered on the screen. The syntax and everything by default provided by Salesforce. What is the syntax? The access specifier, class keyword, then some user defined name. Each and every class opening and closing with curly braces. There you have to be defined two variables. What is your two variables? Number one and number two. You have to be simply copy paste it. Click on save. To save the particular developer console, you have to be click on Control S. You see, saving. If there is no error, the data will save. For example, if you missed the semicolon, if I click on Control S, what happened? It throws some error message, right? Error symbol. There will be problem one. What is that? Missing semicolon at what line number? 4, like that. Make sure you have to be end with semicolon this variable. You are so you are defining the variables. Then you have to be define method. How to define method? You have to be call the particular method. Just time for now I'm copying, pasting it. Okay. To define any particular method, you have to be write the logic, complete logic. You have to be define access specifier, return type, then you have to be define method. Each and every method, make sure how to be written some value. Within actually while doing returning, I am adding this variable name 1 plus 2. Whenever you call this particular method, you will get result of 20. For example, where I will check my result. Where I will check my result. But do not make any confusion. I will give in detail of file all options. Take separate class in our regular session. For now, to test any particular class, okay, to call the particular method from your class, first what you have to be do means you have to be create instance of your object. Instance means actually you have to be create instance of your object. From this particular instance only, you have to be call your variables or method. To call any particular variable, you have to be called c dot number 1. If you want to call the particular method, you have to be called c dot add number. This is the method structure, right? You have to be call your method by using your class instance. If you want to see the output, the result in Salesforce, there is a one statement will be the system.debug. Okay. Here just I will putting some stars or something. This is what result. This is some static text. Here there will be concatenation kind of thing. Within the result, I am putting plus here concatenation. I am putting c dot add numbers. If I click on execute here, if I check open log, then click on execute. Okay, how much you will get result? We are putting system.debug, right? You can simply check this checkbox, debugs only. What is the result now? How much you are seeing number now?
20.
20. Here, if you see my screen, do I enter any number here? No. If we can come to the class, this class having number 1, how much? 10. Number 2, how much? 10. 10 plus 10, 20. For example, I will keep number 1 as 10. Number 2 will be 70. Okay, action 70. If I execute this particular statement, I can click on execute. What is your result? If I click on debug, what is your result? Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. I did not save this one class. Star means here, I haven't saved it. You have to be click on control save. Okay, make sure the star will be go, then only this class will save. Now the class is saved. Now I have to be execute this statement. To open this anonymous block, you have to be go to debug, click on open execute anonymous window. There you have to be create your instance of the class. Then by using this system.debug statement, you have to be call the method. Then click on execute it. If you want to see your debug statement, click on debug sound. What is your result now? 80, right? How it come 80? The number 1 10, number 2 70. Here, when you define your variable, these will be static. Static means fixed. But I want to get the values in runtime. Runtime means here, I do not want to assign this variable. Clear enough? Number 1, I haven't assigned it. Number 2, I haven't assigned it. But whenever you call this particular C variable, right? C, right? Here, what I will do means C dot, you can call your numbers also by using the instance of class only. C dot number 1 equal to, I will put as 100. Then I will put C dot number 2. I will put as 700. You will see the result. C dot add number. Whenever you call this method will execute. It will calculate number 1. We already assigned the number 1 value as 100. Then number 2 value as 700. It will add. Whenever we can call this method by using C dot add numbers method. Okay, this method will be take number 1 value, then take number 2 value, then it will calculate and give the result. If I some execute, we will see how much result will be coming. Click on debug zone. 800. See, earlier we have seen at that time of variable we are assigning value. The second example we have seen the values in runtime. Right, while doing education. Okay, so while doing execution. Okay, see here why I'm saying means one business logic we can develop in multiple ways. Multiple ways. Because each developer is okay, each and every architect, each and every employee have different mindset. All humans are not fixed with the same mindset, correct or not? But as a developer, we always think the best option. What is the best way we have to be doing? You know, the Salesforce is okay, is like in fixed with lot of limitation. Whenever you do with coding, you cannot build each and every programming language by your own way. You have to be follow some standard. Why? Because the Salesforce maintaining dealing with some governor limits. What is the best way? You have to be write code. You have to be learn. You have to be see. Okay, about some like actually what are the futures? What are the best additional features will be there in Salesforce? You have to be learn. Okay, then only you will be a good developer. Everyone nowadays do the coding, but as a developer, what is the best way you have to be write code? You have to be learn all these simple tricky steps through this training. Okay, this is what complete training. But for this complete training, what we will gonna cover means, okay, if you want to know more about the course curriculum, you have to be visit our website svtexup.com. Okay, then you have to be go to online training, then you can go to click on Salesforce developer. You know, svtexup is one of the best Salesforce training institute, as we provide online training and job support. Job support is nothing but if you face any real-time difficulty in your work, or actually if you need any help, okay, actually, okay, we are here to help you. Okay, as well as we do provide complete, okay, lot of some various Salesforce modules. Okay, if you want specifically know about Salesforce admin, okay, Salesforce and developer, you have to be click on it. It will be redirected to the Salesforce development course. Okay, what we have to be gonna cover. If you want to take the complete course in the PDF file, you have to be go and download it. You will get PDF file. Okay. See what we will gonna cover in this particular training. Okay. We will tell about what is an Apex programming language. Okay, actually, whenever you create classes, then actually we will discuss about governor limits, because of before going to the Apex learning, you have to be know what are different type of governor limits, because you cannot write each and every code by your own. Make sure you have to be follow the Salesforce standard. Okay, what are the tools we will teach force.com ID as well as Visual Studio Code and everything. Whenever you create any Apex class, you have to be learn what are the data types, then logic controllers, then statements in Apex and everything. Then actually we will tell about Apex classes. Then actually like what is mean of inheritance, sharing, interfaces. Then this keyword Apex class system methods. Then here relationships comes under like actually we will tell about all querying and database statements. Okay. Then here we will we will go about automation process. Okay, okay, we already have the process builder, workflows, the flows and everything. Other than the standard behavior, how we can do automate through the programming language, we can go with triggers, batch Apex, schedule Apex, this annotations and everything. Other than that, we will be teaching about integrations also. Then Visual Force, some integrations also. Integration is nothing but how we can connect from Salesforce database to other some third-party database like some SQL Server, Oracle, or anything. Other than that, coming into the user interface, we will give training on the Visual Force base as well as on Lightning. The complete training, the complete Lightning we will teach. Okay, this is complete about the course content. Okay, do you have any doubts?
Yes, so I have one doubt. In training, how many days it will go? So I heard about.
Yes, sure. The complete training, it may take 40 days, 35 to 40 days. Okay,
30 to 40
each day have 1.5 hour session, because of we have to be, because of just I'm adding buffer time also. Because of within the training have some people doesn't have about coding, some people is already know the coding, but as we have to be teach from base level to advanced level, right or not, because of we have to be understand. Okay, it may take hardly 35 to 40 days.
Okay. So with lightning also, right?
Yes, correct. Include Lightning.
So
Apex,
in training,
Visual Force,
in training
Lightning
going on.
integration.
Okay. Thank you.
Another thing is I forgot to add here. I will explain you the project also. Whenever I mention real time, right? We will take one real time project. Will be actually we have to be solve each and every task, because of the probleming facing is also key in this training, right? Because of we have to be test with large volume of data, then only we have to be get the errors, right? Whenever you get any particular error, how we can solve, what is the best way we can do that, all we have to be covered in this time. Yeah, anyone have any other questions?
Hello.
Hello, yeah, tell me.
Yeah,
Any
I
your
don't
name?
have any. Ramakrishna.
Yes, Ramakrishna, tell me.
I don't have any IT background. Can I survive this?
Yes, no
From
need to worry
sales.
on that one. Yeah, obviously, but to learn the Salesforce development, the prerequisite is Salesforce admin. Are you completed the Salesforce administration course or not?
No.
But actually I will suggest you to first you have to be learn the administration. Whenever you know the administration, then only you have to be come to this development.
Okay.
But
Now I am
here
working.
actually non-IT people to move into IT, the Salesforce is the best option. But it's very easy. But in market, some people may think like that, okay, like maybe development, but I will say it's very simple. You have to be learned in right direction. Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys have
One
any?
more thing. Sorry for interrupt. One more query.
Yeah,
So
may I know your name?
in training,
Before asking every
Ram Mohan
question.
Reddy.
Yeah, Ram Mohan. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Ram Mohan Reddy. So actually, what time it will go demo? Sorry for training.
The regular batch will be the development batch, it will be starting from tomorrow.
So tomorrow, in the sense, in IST timing,
Yes,
so evening
IST,
time or daytime?
IST timing only. Okay, IST is 8 p.m. IST. 8 to 9:30 daily.
In night, right?
Yes,
In
night.
evening time.
In night, yeah. The same time only. Okay.
So okay, one more thing. Sorry for interrupt. Sorry for asking here.
Yeah, no
So I'm planning to take. Velocity. So Velocity demo is going on, or
Yes, yes. Okay. Please contact our team. We already have WhatsApp number and email, right? So my team will
yeah,
call you
sure,
for
I will.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I will call. I will contact you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank
You said that we need to first learn a Salesforce administration. So where can we learn that?
Where convince you have to be join that training. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Where you have to be learned, that is the decision is up to you, because we will also provide the administration training. Okay. Yeah. Please contact our team.
Hello.
They will tell you when it's the next
Administration and development are
administration.
different.
Sorry.
Administration and development are very different.
Because of, to learn this development course without admin, you will not understand.
Okay, sir.
Okay. To join this development course, the prerequisite is Salesforce admin, because of you have to be know the basic, right? What is Salesforce? What is an object? Okay.
820.
So what is profile? What is users? Everything you have to be know. Then, okay, actually, if you have get idea on all these declarative and some administration behavior, then only you will get understanding of the development. Yeah. Anyone have any further questions?
Yeah, this is Sunil here. So I'm just reconfirming the best timing. It will be 8 p.m. right?
Yes,
From tomorrow.
8 p.m. IST. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank
Yeah, sure. Okay. Please contact SV TechSup. Okay, I already mentioned here email address and mobile number for some regular batches. It will be start from tomorrow onwards. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
How much fees for development training?
Development training. Okay, please contact our team. They will guide you. But okay, actually, okay. If you guys need, it will be 20,000 INR.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
Sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sorry,
sir.
sorry. Yes, tell
I
me.
have one query. I'm from IT background, so I don't completed administrative training. So can I go through the directly self-development?
Yeah, development you can go, but okay, see, initial classes, it's too hard to understand. The parallelly, you have to be learn the administration. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because of, without know the basic. Okay. If you have entered in the middle of the course, right, how you will get understand, because of, actually why we are using Apex. We already standard behavior, but why we have to go for Apex coding? Each and every project by using Salesforce, we can implement through point and click only. But still we are going with coding Apex, right? Right? Because if in this training, if you are already have the standard behavior, why we have to go with coding? Those examples you may not understand. That is the reason we are saying the Salesforce administration is prerequisite. If you want to join this administrator, the parallel you have to be done the administration. Okay. You people is already aware of it. The Salesforce developer is role is more demandable in the market, right? Because of you have to be learn the training in right direction with right path. Then it's very easy. Otherwise, you may struggle. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Okay. The regular batch will be starting from tomorrow, 29th November, Monday onwards. It's 8 p.m. IST. If you want to enroll the regular batch, please contact the SVTech sub team. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.